Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for tuning in. On today's video, I want to talk about something rather serious, which is studying LLB through the University of South Africa. So the reason why I want to talk about this first of all is because studying law through Unisa is somewhat of a controversial topic. You know, there are a lot of opinions about studying law at Unisa, and you know what? I'm not here to try convince anyone otherwise, but I'm just here to share my experience and hopefully it helps someone. I started studying with Unisa in 2019, second semester, and that is only because I hadn't applied in 2018, which was my matric year, so I ended up having to start second semester, and I applied I think in somewhere in April, May, and then I started in July. And obviously at the time things were so different from what they are now because it was before COVID. So in 2019 we used to write venue-based exams, which was super cool. And then now we obviously write online exams because COVID happened in 2020, and I think they sent out an email to everyone to say that all future exams will be online and non-venue based. So with online exams, there are three types of exams that you can write, and that's either MCQ, written exam, or portfolio. And how an MCQ exam works is it's basically a multiple choice. You get one question at a time, and after completing that question and dealing with that question, there's no going back. It's on to the next question. And usually for MCQ exams, you get 2 hours for a 50-mark exam. And then there's also written exams. Written exams are my personal favorites. Okay, I don't like exams, but if I had to choose between a portfolio MCQ and a written exam, listen, written exam any day, because written exams, it differs. You get 4 to 6 hours depending on the module to write the exam, and you get an additional hour to submit. Usually that's how it works. And then with a portfolio, it can either be it's a 24-hour portfolio. It happens that they give it to you like just a week or two prior and you have to submit it, but sometimes it's only a 24-hour portfolio, which is not cool because it's really not cool. You can't even sleep, guys. They can give you a portfolio at 6 p.m. and then you have to just be up the whole time until you submit it, which is not cute. I love sleeping. Okay, so online exams are tricky. I've had bad experiences with online exams. I remember it was a second year module, and I think it was a 3-hour paper, and then we got an additional 1 hour to submit. Obviously you're gonna write until you are sure and you know that you wrote literally everything that you know on the paper. And then I think I wanted to submit like 5 minutes before the cutoff time, and obviously at the time the system was overloaded because there are a lot of students. We're all trying to submit at the 11th hour, and listen, the system just kicked me out, and that was humbling. But with law students at the University of South Africa, there is an alternative link, which means College of Law. So it's specifically for law students, and it's an alternative link where you can submit if you can't submit on the system. And that is the link that I used to submit my exam, and everything went well. My exam got marked. So also recently Unisa changed the system. Usually we would go online on the website and submit through my Unisa, but this year they introduced a Moodle app, and I can't really comment about it because my first exam will be on Thursday, and hopefully this is when this video will drop. On Thursday I'll be writing my first exam, so we'll see how this Moodle app goes. It's been challenging with assignment submissions, but you know what, the university took it upon themselves to extend the due dates for submission, which really worked to our benefits. The minimum of the LLB degree in Unisa is 4 years, and that's because there are 40 modules, meaning that each semester you sort of do 5 modules if you want to finish like as quick as possible, which is how I'm doing it. Just want to get this degree done and over with, so I do 5 modules per semester, and that is 10 modules per year, and in total that is going to be 40 modules in 4 years. So that is the minimum amount of time that you can complete your LLB. And with the maximum, there is no maximum. Obviously, if you work and you have responsibilities and kids and all that, you might, I don't know, let me not speak for people, but for the most part, I know people who take 2 modules a semester, or even 1. Like, really, it's at your own pace, you know. And for the most part, laba bantu, they have kids, they have families to take care of, they have full-time jobs, and yeah, so sometimes even financial issues. That's why a person would take 2 modules a semester or the whole year, whatever you want to do, instead of taking 5 modules. But for me personally, I take 5 modules per semester because I want to finish in record time, because really studying is all I do. I have no commitments, I have no full-time job, I have no family. I'm just a student. So let's talk about what do you do after you have obtained your LLB degree. Listen, LLB is very, very broad. There are a number of things that you can look into. There are a number of things you can do. There's private, there's public law. Listen, it's very broad, and for the most part, abantu are so fixed on, okay, after this LLB, I have to go serve articles, and then I have to go write my board exams so that I can be an attorney and practice, and which is so fine. It's like totally cool. Kudos to you guys. I don't know why I'm excluding myself in this, but you know what? I have had that question. Like, okay, so what are you going to do with your LLB degree? Are you going to be an attorney? Are you going to be an advocate? You know? And for me, I haven't decided. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I also am not putting myself under pressure. As long as I get this degree in time, I am good, and I'm not going to put myself under pressure. Should I want to serve articles, should I want to practice, I will look into it, but I just feel like I'm not going to be rushed into it, and I feel that I'm young and I have plenty of time to decide what it is that I want to do with my life. I'm laughing because I've had this question so many times, and this is the same answer that I give. I have time to decide what it is that I want to do with my life. As long as I have a degree, listen, the opportunities are endless. I am going to say, however, that some law students apply for vocational work. Some people say vocational, some people say vocational, but it's literally just working when you are not studying, like during holidays, and you work, and that's to just get exposure and sort of be committed to a certain company. After completing your LLB degree, you can look into being a candidate attorney, and for the most part, companies want a student that has an average of 65% overall. Lastly, I must mention that I joined the South African Women Lawyers Association, and it's very helpful because it provides a networking platform with other women in law. They provide mentorship, and they provide, just training programs. So I think it's very helpful, and it's 100 Rand per annum for students. So it's really not expensive. I recommend it. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. I truly appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out.